going on, everybody? It's your boy Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads, back at you with another installment of Let's Talk Fashion, powered by the JBT Network. I am your host, Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads. Hit me up on Instagram, RICHE_threads. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the podcast where we talk sports, fashion, the culture, media, everything all intertwined. We have a little bit of barbershop conversation about it. So let's be 1,000% transparent. Oh yeah, don't forget to rate, comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, all that other paperwork shit, right? But let's be real with each other. Fashion has been super slow as of lately. It ain't really been nothing crazy talking, no crazy headlines. So I'm kind of thinking, I don't know whether I should do this every other week for the summertime or take a little break. Cause it seems like, everybody in fashion, everything is already solidified. Everybody's on the, yachts and shit like that, or the barbecues having fun. So it's not a lot of hot takes taking place right now, but we gonna figure out something to talk for at least this episode. Where the NBA Finals just finished, man. Shout out to OKC Thunder, Shea Gildress Alexander, SGA. We're gonna say it for sure. He did a clean sweep, MVP, uh, League MVP, Finals MVP, Western Conference MVP, All Star, first team All NBA, scoring championship all in one season. Unfortunately, it came to the Pacers' demise that Tyrese Halliburton actually did get injured in the last game. He was coming in with a hampered left hamstring, and ultimately he ended up tearing his Achilles. As a competitor, you never want to see somebody go out like that. And it's like, God damn, he was having such a good, playoff run where they said he was underrated to now he's in the big stage, pushed it to game 7 against the league MVP. And he came out scorching. 3 back-to-back threes. He went 3 for 4, 9 points real quick in the first maybe 7 minutes of the game. And then boom, his whole world just ended. And then, his team fought valiantly to try to like stay in the fight, you know, until kind of like the third, fourth quarter. It started to unravel kind of in you know, OKC got the best of them, man. But Shea, he did take the podium to get his trophy of his MVP trophy. And he did have, them sneakers that we keep talking about, the Shea Oho ones from Converse. He had them in a dip metallic gold looking colorway. And my question to them is, where the fuck is the sneakers at? The moment is here. Y'all done had special blues and grays and all types of shit. The commercial, even after winning the MVP, where is the sneakers? This is the difference between marketing for Nike and then you got marketing with all other brands. Converse, you really dropping the ball on this one. Now is the time to strike because if anything, the face of the league is this guy right now. And Edwards, he's out of here. His sneakers is coming out in September. Halliburton, you know what I mean? He got injured in the same footwear that he just debuted with the Soleil Bembries. Now would have been the time. So, you know what I mean? It's not too late, before, y'all slip away and lose that moment. Just drop a little light release and, special drop or something like that, or a championship colorway or OKC, you know, I don't know, parade. I don't know, man, but we'll see. So, what has been near and dear to my heart, and I really wanted to come in and discuss it with y'all because it's merely a discussion. My question is, me borderline in 40 now, at what point in time is there age appropriate clothes? And there is, I'm just doing too much and I'm looking or trying to get that YN feel. So recently I've been seeing, Jim Jones been making, headlines for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then you see he calls himself the oldest YN. And I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. Because at this point in time, I get a thrill of actually cleaning up at the moment and when the moment calls, you looking like, a young gentleman, a astute businessman. It might be, You might get the aesthetic of new money, casual feel, or just the desire to throw on a pair of loafers and some fitted pants. All a good feeling. But my thing is it out of reach to say dress your age? Because that's the going consensus that I've heard for some time. And the thing is, I still love my Jordans. You know, we still got Jordans on feet. But the thing is, it's like now that I see it more and more and I identify it, it's like, does age have a certain limit or is just a feel? Or should we say we dress for certain occasions different ways? Because I see people like, Andre 3000, where we covered last week, and he just looked like he's just like in the painter's lifestyle, 50 years old and just enjoying life. And, he might throw on a cardigan and a painter's hat, or, you know what I'm saying, a beanie, and be all right with that. Or a pair of trousers. I see trousers and the pure mules or something like that is the go-to aesthetic for, that casual adulting look. And then you got people like, you'll say like a Jim Jones, uh, maybe Fat Joe. Who else could we? Fabulous, Mano. They're kind of at that age. You like, what are we doing with this one? Are we blending in with the times itself, or we just doing too much? Because then there's people like Nas, who cleans up real good. Pharrell, he's teetering, or he might be at 50 at this point now. Then you got the Kevin Harts and people that are dressed and age appropriate, and it looks very tapered and classy. But the thing for I question is just like, am I thinking it? Am I overthinking it, or just like I'm right with this shit? Because it's like I can't wear Timbs and white uptowns everywhere with like shit all over my jeans, and sometimes it doesn't call for the big baggy look, but sometimes I just want to actually be you know more organized and casual, but not look like I'm the average 20 something year old, and people kind of misconstrue me with the crowds and don't know how to address you. So this is a quick question I just want to ask y'all: like, where do y'all feel as though fashion leads you, and is there a certain age or demographic that fashion should take you into? And then when should you know that this might no longer be for me and my demographic as far as fashion needs to move on to something a little bit more adulting. And this goes with the females as well, because at some point in time, everything can't have, cuffs around the booty and the breasts exposed all the time. And, when is it called for a nice sundress versus, a maxi dress or a bodycon dress or something like that in that vein? Or when it's just too tight to go to the marketplace, and spandex isn't like something you could just throw on all the time, where you might have to actually put on like a pantsuit or a pair of boyfriend jeans. So it's like I'm just playing with these ideas in my mind. Y'all can get in the comments and just give me an idea how y'all feel about this, because I know I'm not bugging, but I want to know, is this a thing? Because I'm kind of dealing with the turn to 40 thing, and I still enjoy dressing up, but I still enjoy the comfortability of life. It's a lot going on, man. Now, speaking about somebody who's very fashionable and kind of plays with looks and this and that, the fourth, is ASAP Rocky, right? So Rocky has had maybe one of the best comeback stories in 2025 when it comes to just changing the trajectory of life, right? So we know the whole legal situation he was facing, but to spin that into now having a movie, which is a Spike Lee joint with Denzel Washington as one of the co-stars, or he's one of the co-stars to Denzel being the main star. Let me not misconstrue that. To now him releasing this ASAP Rocky and Ray-Bans collection, where it seems as though like it's bringing a whole new light, a whole new feel to the Ray-Ban era. There once upon a time where the Ray-Bans was the thing to have in our culture, but it was just one sleek silhouette, straight black, and it kind of had like I don't even remember the model that we all used to wear, but it was one specific model that urban society all got. But now ASAP is coming in there and he has like the bubble lenses and he has different colors, different tints, different shapes, different frames. And just the collaboration and the energy that he's bringing to this. Now he's involved in commercials with Dapper Dan and people his age and older people and younger people of different races. This is dope to see from ASAP Rocky, man. Because it's like, what isn't he able to touch that isn't like, doesn't bring more energy into it? I'm not going to say it's the hottest thing since blah, 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 because sometimes just people are into everything that you do, right? And granted, I could respect that. But the thing is when somebody's really putting energy into a room where nobody was really taking part in, especially at Ray-Ban, and making it blossom into what it is. He's over here at Puma. Puma's doing, you know what I mean, certified shit, fucking with him and Rihanna, and they got Halle over there, but just him alone and his energy and the creative spirits that they've gave him to really blossom over there at Puma. Then he does have Og. He got his cousin over there with ASAP Nash with Comme des Garçons. So just to see this brother just, inject this type of, energy into just, the fashion space when it comes to glasses, because, you know, we know Cartier for being Cartier. You know what I mean? They call in Detroit they call them buffs. You know what I'm saying? The joints with the marble joints on the side. So I wonder if he could get it to that, you know what I mean, that realm of where we view Ray-Ban in the glasses space, even when it came to like gazelles back in the day. Even like Gucci frames, Louis frames, whatever the millionaires was a thing. When Pharrell put his hands on it and Kanye kind of insinuated that look for that brand. So just to see where he could take this and where it could goes, I'm gonna take a seat back and see, man, because it's very interesting that right out of court, even during the court case, he actually did have a pair of Ray-Ban frames, and he was getting basically his marketing from that point on, man. So definitely shout out to Rocky and what he got going on over there. So now I told y'all it's very slow in fashion right now. It's been super slow. But I would like to say this. We did cover the whole Labubu wave, and this shit is not going anywhere, y'all. The fad, the frenzy is just getting crazier and crazier to the point where it seems as though the Labubu wave might be more beneficial than selling sneakers on secondhand markets now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we going. They had an auction where they sold a couple of these Labubus about, I think, 13, 14, 300 and something $1,000. Let me get the exact number. $337,000 went to an auction for 14 different Labubus. This shit is bigger than Nino Brown at this point. Another one sold for $31,000. Then you got a life-size Labubu. I guess it's like a sculpture that they sold 150,000. These things is going hotter than fish grease. They not going anywhere. You've been seeing them. They even got clothing accessory for these things now. There's commercials. It's all over the place to the point where my kid is asking me, Dad, can I get a Labubu? I'm like, man, what the hell do you know about a Labubu? The frenzy is it's bigger than anything we could have ever imagined. So my thing is exactly how and how long we should expect for this to enter the fashion space and how long it's going to be here. Because we already seen, they started making like little Prada and Gucci and Louis clothing, Carhartt, and all types of other stuff for the actual Labubu. But I mean, in a sense, where can another brand, and we seen Pharrell over there with Louis Vuitton making their own separate, kind of bag charms with their identified pieces or whatever the case is on it. Cool. But the thing is, why isn't anybody taking advantage of this in the fashion space? I know Uniqlo did do a collab with them right now with I think a couple t-shirt releases, but I mean in the masses. So when it comes to sneaker brands, what sneaker brand would be the best to take advantage of this time right now when it comes to like a Labubu collabo. So I'm thinking kind of like the Dunks. I don't remember the name of them shits. The shits that had all the fur, and they made a couple colorways to those Dunks. Maybe, but the Dunk wave is kind of right now. So I don't know if that would be a thing. Would you give it to Cactus Plant Flea Market? They've, you know what I mean, teased with fur and shit like that previously. Or would you go somewhere that has been doing really good collabs with Adidas? Because Adidas did crazy when it came to the Dragon Ball Z prior. They just did a Marvel release, a Marvel capsule. So I could see Adidas getting that assignment and actually doing something dope with that as well. But something furry. I don't know. Maybe Uggs? Maybe. Maybe Soleil Brimbury, something with New Balance. I don't know. I don't know. But I think it would be a dope idea to try to pair a brand, you know, with the sneaker frenzy of the Labubu. Because right now, I'm telling y'all, you can go in any online Pop Mart store. Them shits is sold out. Right now, I think they only made to order. That's the only way that you can get your hands on these right now. And resell $300, $400. These things were originally for like $40. People are saying like, you know, I'm making more money doing unboxing videos on these than I've been making on sneakers in years. So just imagine that. StockX is going crazy with these damn Labubu toys. We can't do nothing about this, man. This is where we at. The resale market and hype has got us to Labubus, and this is what we talking about on the Wednesday. I guess. I guess it's the perfect time before we jump into fashion and clash and what we got on feet, man. For some reason, I can't take these goddamn shoes off, man. I love these metallic fives. They've been getting consistent wear from me, man. They know they just came out, but they're super cozy. I got them with the super slouch socks, and they definitely gonna be in my rotation throughout the whole summer, man. And then the more they get ashy, is the more, you know, kind of flavor and character that it gives a sneaker. So I'm definitely on board with that. So now, before we even get to fashion or clashing, just write down in the comments what y'all think about this whole Labubu wave, and is it here to stay? Because I just don't see it really going too far too fast. And when you start seeing it in different, you know, on different stars and shit like that, that means that the kind of the fad is here for a while and it's not really running out the door. So definitely let me know what y'all think about it. Do y'all like it? Do you think it's pretty cool? It's something that you could do without? Me, I'm starting to warm up to it. Not saying that I per se would probably get one, but you know, I could see why, you know, you collect. Maybe it'll sit on the shelf or something like that. I don't know. I'm not totally against it, but we'll see. But with a slow ass week when it comes to fashion, we have reached our favorite part of the show. It's fashion or clashing. So when we say fashion, it's I kind of like that look. That's something I will wear. Then it's fashion. And then there's, oh, hell no. You would never see me in that. That could never work in my outfit. Get it the fuck out of here. Then it's clashing. Let's check out today's first look and let's see what we got, y'all.
It's from the streets. I'm here with OBJ. What's going on? How you feeling?
Man, feeling good.
Yes, sir. Can you let
Looking
them,
good. Yeah, I ain't.
for sure. Can you let them know what you're wearing today?
Just feel like I got that shit on.
Yes, sir. How will OBJ describe his style?
Just me, man. Whatever I feel, you know.
For sure.
Feel comfortable, wake up, feel good, put something on, put something together.
And coming up, who were some of the most stylish individuals to you?
Man, it's changed so much. It's hard to, you know, it's hard to say, but one who was kind of like throughout time, I say for real.
For sure. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, so OBJ is kind of one of those examples that I say where it's like you really can't, you know, put an age on fashion because I put him and the Rockies and maybe like the Chris Browns is all in a lane where it's like they could get super cozy, but when it's time, they could really dress up. This is a really, really calm outfit. It looked like he's just out leisurely. I'm not going to say that, you know what I mean, anything was dope about the outfit, but it's just a calm run around fit. So I guess it's fashion. But he's one of the people that I would question. Like he's teetering at that age was like, all right, can we gonna leave some shit to the kids or we just gonna just go all out with it? So I mean that's just another question later on down the line. But I'm rambling on. Let's go to the next look. Let's see what we got.
AJ, mystery fashionist, who I'm here with and where you from?
My name is George Antonopoulos. I'm from Toronto.
Deidre Marinelli from Toronto.
I love the outfits. Rate your outfit from 1 through 10 and let me know what you're wearing.
I'd like to give myself a 10 out of 10. Okay. I'm wearing Vivienne Westwood cropped trench, Vivienne Westwood bag, COS jeans. My boots are vintage Tom Ford, and my sweater is Dries.
Chanel glasses, Vivienne Westwood jacket, Vivienne Westwood shirt, Vivienne Westwood trousers, Vivienne Westwood boots.
You going Vivienne Westwood crazy.
12 out of 10.
Wow, that's good.
Hey,
That's
man,
good.
don't hold back.
That's good.
All right, so now what's your fashion take?
I do feel that men should be in heels.
What type of heels?
I love anything from like a Rick Owens platform to a Vivienne Westwood heel to like a classic vintage Johnny boot from Saint Laurent.
We should be saying goodbye to skinny jeans.
Hey, listen, I feel like they coming back.
No, you're not going to see them on me.
Let's just ban them forever.
I don't think I'm really feeling his fit. I really like her fit. Her fit is really cool. Her fit is fashion. For him, I just didn't like the bag was mad small. The pants look so stiff, and then his take when it comes to heels. A man doesn't have to be in heels. There's no really necessity. If he say, I wish people would be barefoot more often. All right, yeah, that makes sense scientifically. But men with heels, we already got bad posture. There's no reason for us to be in heels. And then his outfit just looked bland. There's no breakup. It was just black and a lot of name dropping. So I'm gonna go clashing for his fit. And then for her, I kind of like her fit and the way the pinstripes and all of that worked out. So I'm going to go fashion there, man. Next look, y'all.
Yo, Rick, wait. What you got on, bro? Oh, shit.
You call me a guard, you gotta chill, my boy. Chill. I don't know who we know in LA. I don't know who the fuck we at.
I just want to know what you got on, brother.
So I'm going Ricky on the feet. Ricky on the pin. Shit, a little something. It's a little nice little tie. I don't know what this is. I ain't gonna lie. I bought it from LA. Shirt. Ricky on the jacket, though.
Ooh. Stop playing with the tail.
Ricky Rich Rails. No. Richie, the richest, Richie. I don't, whatever you want to call me.
Wait, what's the brains?
You know who made these?
Who made these?
You know who made these?
Who made these?
Freshie with the 2 SC.
Ooh, we outside. Where we at, though?
In BET Awards, man. We just enjoying ourselves and relaxing and looking how we supposed to look. Vamp Life, Rich America, Boss Brad, Freshie with the 2 SCs, Cash Cow, whole lot of gang shit, man.
So now this is the perfect example when we talk about just name dropping and things being appropriated for time, space, effort, money, etc., etc. This is definitely clashing because it just looked like a sloppy fit that should be tapered and dressed up. The pants look crazy. The shirt looks crazy. I don't care if it's Rick Owens. And then the time and the place of where he was at, it being, the BET Awards, gave it more disgracefulness because it's like, why, when it comes to our events, we don't find a reason to get super dapper and make ourselves look the part? Why? Stop trying to fit in and fit out. Hey, we got to do better, y'all. Once again, this is clashing. This is sloppy. And stop name dropping. It might be over for Rick and Chrome. 2026, I don't even want to see that no more. But next look, y'all.
Fitz from the streets. Who I have the pleasure of speaking with?
AJ Brown, Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver.
Yes, sir. AJ, I see the look. You let them know what you're wearing?
I don't know. I think got it all.
This is good. For sure. AJ, how would you describe your style?
Man, real laid back, real chill.
Okay.
Can step when I need to step.
Yes, sir.
So.
For sure. Who's some of the most stylish individuals to AJ?
To me, I really don't even pay attention to nobody else's style. Like, I just, if I see something I like it and I grab it, and I just try to put it together.
For sure. Thank you so much for your time.
'Cause. 'Uh-huh.
Now, this is what I'm talking about. Nothing, no logos or nothing like that. Just a clean shirt that's fitted. He's showing a little bit of the vest, clean. Some tan trousers, good watch on, adult and watch, nice frames, tasteful jewelry. This is fashion. This is kind of the look I'm talking of you know what I mean, teetering on where and like where should I be placing myself in fashion. And this looks like one of those crossover looks where it's like I should be dressing to this realm right here and being more into this desired kind of look. So this one I'm gonna go fashion for sure. Next look, y'all.
Thank
Oh,
you.
wait, I'm going to
Appreciate
do
it.
the happy birthday to the GOAT. How you feeling?
I'm good, baby.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? 5-0, the big 5-0, baby.
Yes,
Blessed,
sir.
man.
For sure. Thank you, man.
There's nothing super amazing, super astonishing about this look. It's just the fact that Allen Iverson is now 50 years old. And as much as David Stern fought him to be in a suit, he has a suit blazer on for his birthday, man. Shout out to Allen Iverson. This is going to be fashion because if y'all know the backstory, you know, the way that the NBA made the rules and dressing was all made for Allen Iverson. And to see him not be forced to dress up and, you know what I mean, he's doing it his way and the way he knows how to mix in streetwear and with, you know, adulting and, you know what I mean? I can't say nothing against the GOAT, man. Shout out to Allen Iverson. Happy birthday, big dog. We appreciate you always, man. Happy birthday once again. Now that's fashion. Next look, y'all.
Hey, so today I am wearing Parker's bodysuit, American Eagle jeans. Do y'all like the Chanel belt, Chanel necklace, Hermes, real cutesy. And these glasses, I don't know the name of them, they just dropped. But cutesy.
This one that doesn't have a lot of fashion elements to it. It was a lot of name dropping and, you know what I mean, little fashionable pieces. But I'm gonna have to go fashion on this one because it is a little harder for the thicker. I don't want to say or not say BBL ish type of you know, girlies y'all call them, to really dress up. So the fact that she put in the effort here where it's not spandex and it's not those stretch jeans, you know, that some of them be wearing where only like the back pockets doesn't exist. They're actual jeans, and you know the top is insinuating what's on top as well, and it doesn't look too out of place. And she looks calm, and you could go out with her, and it's not doing too much. And then you see the Labubu with the Hermes bag and a good pair of slippers. So I'm gonna give fashion on this one because it's done pretty tastefully. It's not done too over the top, and I'm not mad at it. So definitely shout out to her. I think we got one more look. Let's see our last look. See what we got. I told y'all at this point, y'all might as well get used to it. The boo gonna be here, fashion's gonna be here. This is fashion. It's just calm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling y'all, it's a market that y'all gotta get used to and an accessory that just might be here to stay, man. Shout out to Labubus and fashion, man. But once again, that's all we got for you this week. Definitely a slow week. We're gonna make the decision. I guess we'll leave it on the community board whether we're gonna be doing every week still, every other week, or just dropping content when we fucking feel like it. Because you know, sometimes the moment isn't called for because fashion isn't there. And now that it's getting hot in New York, people are just wearing less, and it's gonna be less fashion and more fun. So look out for content from us. You know, we still got shorts that we drop, and you know what I mean. Some special interviews we might put out soon. You know what I mean, sit down with a few different type of individuals and switch up the format. But that's all I got for y'all, man. This is your boy Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads. You can find me on IG at rich_threads. That's RICHE_threads. Forward, tell a friend to tell a friend. Comment, rate, subscribe. Also, if you do want to hit me up on, you know, Cash App and donate to the channel, y'all more than welcome, man. This is written by me, produced by me, edited by me from top to bottom, man. So it takes a lot to you know, bring this and present this to y'all. Y'all can see the Cash App is somewhere here. Show me some love, man. Help a brother get a little bit of lunch or a drink. But on that note, that's all I got. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.